All right, my buddy Coleman, he's done a deep dive into the house of Ahmed Al Maghribi. I really like this house. I think the value is great. What you pay versus the quality is just, this is one of the top houses if you ask me. But you got to like Middle Eastern scent profiles because most of them are like a Middle Eastern type of scent, which I do. I really like that. The quality here is always really good. The oil concentration is always really high too. So these always all perform. So if I don't mention that these are performing, every one of them performs. I've never had an Ahmed Al Maghribi fragrance that didn't perform. So anyways, he hooked me up with a bunch of these decants, and I smelled them all, and there's not many reviews out there on them, so I thought I would just kind of do a first impressions, initial thoughts on some of these fragrances that there's not a lot of reviews on. And I already did order full bottles on quite a few of these, so let's just get going on this video, enough talking. First up, we'll talk about this Summer Oud. Really nice, but I wouldn't wear this in the summer, as the name implies. Maybe summer nights. I'd probably prefer to wear this in the spring or the fall. You get a lot of orange citrus, saffron, and a dusty, woody, leathery type of oud. It's not animalistic or fecal. It's not really sweet either, even though there's a bunch of fruits in here. The rose is really well blended in this, not too strong. Gets musky as it dries down. Very good performance on this. I get 8+ hours. Definitely leans masculine to me, and kind of in the distant ballpark of like Oud Maracuja. Not exactly like that, but sort of that scent profile. All right, this Inac starts off really fresh. A lot of grapefruit, bergamot, some spice from the ginger, some pink pepper, and Davana, which gives it like a dried fruits texture. Dries down into like a musky, leathery, creamy white amber base. Offset with a touch of rosemary, quite a bit of ambroxan in this fragrance. Really good performance on this one. The best way I can describe this to you is take Tigar and add like a strong Middle Eastern presence to it, and it would be kind of like this. Not exactly like Tigar with Middle Eastern notes, but it's pretty close. That's the best way I can describe it. Nice fragrance, good for the warmer weather. All right, Aul starts off smelling like a Middle Eastern, Oriental, fruity floral type of fragrance. Has some nice spices. It's got some sweetness to it. I would say it's unisex right down the middle. It's got a bit of aquatic marine tones to it too, especially as it dries down. Once it gets into the full dry down, it gets pretty animalistic. I'd probably wear this every season but summer. It's got a lot of notes going on here, and it's pretty complex, but it's blended really nicely. Great performance. Like I said, all these are going to have great performance. All right, this Call Cobb is next. It opens up with mango, citrus, saffron, and some florals. Really bright and vibrant. After about 10 minutes, the rose, black tea, and amber notes really start warming it up. It starts getting into the final dry down. You get a lot more musk, oud, and woods. Really nice transitions on this one. I'd say it's unisex right down the middle. Really good performance on this one. Just like all Al Maghribis, I guess I'll keep saying that. It's a Middle Eastern creamy floral citrus profile, kind of hard to describe. I can't really compare this to anything else that I've smelled. Excellent perfumery here though. There's a lot going on. It's pretty complex, but I love it. It's a really nice fragrance. All right, Aqua Oud is really similar to Acqua di Gio Profumo. That's got super high quality ones here, and all the notes are really punching through more than the original. Not that the original, the notes don't punch through, because they do, but this is even more so. All the aromatics, frankincense, patchouli, moss, and musk really jumping out on this blue aquatic ambroxan scent profile. Really good performance on this one for a freshie. I get like 6 to 7 hours of a real good solid projection. If you put it on hair and clothes and give it something better to latch onto, it's really going to go even further than that. All right, this Cinder opens up with bergamot, Davana, and pink pepper. Really fresh and bright in the open. Some white amber and rosemary starts showing up in the mids, drying down to woods, leather, musk, and ambroxan. Really fresh aromatic scent profile. There's some dark tones in the base. Definitely leans masculine to me. I think this works best in the fall. Really like this. I don't think it's like comparable to anything else I have in my collection. Pretty good perfumery here. All right, this Ignite Rose starts off with like a lot of sweet fruits, saffron. There's a lot of citrus, and there's a lot of aldehydes too, especially in the opening. You get some white florals, rose, and oud as it starts drying down. Some amber, musk, vanilla, and tonka bean when it really gets into the deep dry down. Really good performance on this, just like all of them. I think it leads slightly feminine to me, but an easy wear. This isn't that feminine, not even close for me. I can wear this really easily. This is basically a feminine, unisex, gourmand, aldehydic, rose oud, Middle Eastern scent profile. Very unique. Can't really compare this to anything I have. I really like this one. Really good perfumery again. All right, this Aul Amar, I'm sure I'm butchering that, but it's a very oud forward fragrance. You get some nice high quality stanky oud in this immediately and all throughout the fragrance life. You pick up a little rose and peony florals, but they're really light. As it dries down, you get some amber, musky tones slightly, but not a lot of that. The main thing you're going to get here is a bunch of oud, and I really like this. It's got that barnyard, animalistic type of ouds, so if you don't, stay away from this one, because this is definitely a stanky oud fragrance, and I really like it. This is really good fragrance to me. I like smelling like that, which is kind of weird. First got into fragrances, I never thought I'd want to smell like that, but I really like it, and a nuclear performance on this one. Fag Off starts off with some fresh citrus, some fruits, and some florals. There's some woods, patchouli, and ambergris. Start rounding it out in the mids. As it dries down, the woods, musk, and a bit of oud starts showing up. It starts out floral, fruity, and fresh, and then dries down more animalistic and masculine. So it's unisex leaning masculine, especially at the dry down. Starts off a little bit feminine, but then it starts getting very masculine as it dries down to me. So it's really nice transitions in this one. Really enjoy it. Great performance on this. Almost a 4-season fragrance here. Once it starts drying down, it might get a little bit rough in the summer, but I could pull that off. It would work for me. So good perfumery here. All right, Oud Crush is basically BR540 with a bit of a darker oud base. It's got the blood orange, jasmine, and saffron in the open, just like BR540. As it starts drying down, the oud, resins, and amber tones show up a little bit more. Pretty much still like BR540 though. The oud at the base makes it lean a bit more masculine to me. The quality and performance is great here. This is a really expensive smelling perfume. I think a female could rock this though. Probably best in like a spring, fall, winter. I probably wouldn't wear this in the summer, but you could, because I already did it and it worked pretty decent. But I think those other 3 months are the best for it. So yeah, if you're looking for a high quality BR540 masculine type of scent profile, this one here's the one. It's really nice. All right, Helia starts off with lime, juniper berries, vetiver, and geranium. So pretty citrus forward open. Then some light florals start showing up, drying down to musk, woods, patchouli, and oud. So it's a masculine leaning oriental type of scent profile with some woody aromatics. Citral floral nuance to it. Pretty unique. It's even hard to describe this one. Probably best in the spring and the fall. I like this one. It's a good fragrance. This Bombay Oud opens with a nice orange citrus. A dry rose comes into it immediately. You get that all throughout the wearing experience. And there's a really nice creamy sandalwood that shows up pretty early and stays throughout the fragrance life. Really good source on this sandalwood. And there's a very light leather in the base along with some musk and amber. There's a light oud presence throughout the wearing experience, but it's more like a woody oud. It's not fecal or animalistic. So I'd say it's like a woody oriental style fragrance. It's got some citrus and some spices mixed into it. Probably best in the fall and winter. Nice fragrance. Oud Complex is, even though it's got that oud, you think it's going to be a bunch of oud, it's more of a leathery herbal type of scent profile. It's got mostly leather smell to it. The sage, violet, and musk kind of create this real herbaceous type of smell, really strong herbaceous type of smell. It has a bit of like a woody, smoky tone to it also. Really good performance on this. I would consider this to be like a masculine leaning oriental scent profile. Best in the fall and winter, and I just don't really want to smell like this. I don't really like the way this smells. So pretty much every other fragrance on here I would consider a full bottle. You know, I ordered like 4 of these already, but I can see eventually getting one of every one of these a bottle, but this is the only one I wouldn't. I just don't want to smell like this. Just the herbaceous tone of it kind of ruins it for me, and I just, it doesn't smell bad, it's okay, but I just got so many other choices that I'd rather smell like. So not saying it's a bad fragrance, it's just my least favorite out of all these, and the only one I wouldn't want a full bottle. Right away in Peachy Peach, you get, it's a sort of feminine leaning, sweet, ripe peaches and blood orange out of the gate. And then you get some green tones come into play as it starts drying down. It settles into like a warm honey and cognac base. Gets a little more masculine as it dries down with that honey and that cognac. But it starts out pretty feminine leaning, I would say. Easy for me to wear though, it's not that feminine. I'd classify as this like a fruity gourmand fragrance here. I think this would be great in the spring. Really good performance for you know, this type of scent profile in this one. So yeah, nice fragrance.
Vince the sense, bench pressing cologne.